Okay, let's check this new video. I'm not expecting it to get any more views or anything, so let's just check. Holy shit, it got 106 views. To think I would get views off that by just talking about Death Battle. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing for 2023. Okay, it has come to my attention that you guys like it when I talk about Death Battle for some reason. Even though there's other YouTubers out there that like to talk about Death Battle. So, since the Death Battle matchups video got enough views, I guess I'll do another one, but this time I'm gonna make it big. So I plan to make my dream Death Battle season mixed up with more matchups I want to see and some community matchups that are interesting for my dream season. So, let's get this started. Baby, I'm just tryna come far. Me going crazy, feeling fitting out the door. R4 beamer gonna take us off the road. Cannot take it right now when you say that it's enough. Okay, before we get down to the meat and bone of the video, I'm gonna say this now. I have done my research though. I'm going off by season 9 standards. So since season 9 had a total of 16 episodes, I'll do a total of 16 matches. And with the halftime, I'll just do a lightning round of Death Battle X matchups because I don't see any other thing replacing this dream season of mine. So yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, 16 episodes. Here are the rules. No returning characters from the season 9. That means I can't mention Harley Quinn or anybody else that was already in season 9 season. And I can only mention 1 or 3 characters from the same series, so I can't reuse the same series over and over. So, yeah, here's episode 1 to start off my dream Death Battle season.
Much like the Fantastic Four, you are nothing to me. Now know me as Unicron, your destroyer!
Here's the first episode. I decided to start off with a banger. Galactus vs. Unicron. For the connections, 2 big space boys who have appetites for planets. As of who wins, I'm betting on Unicron to win actually, because don't get me wrong, I loved Galactus as a villain, but Transformers was just my childhood, man. Unicron might have this in the bag. I don't know how the fight would start. I guess somebody could come up with their best way of how the fight would start for this for the comments. I just thought this matchup was cool because I finally found a decent Unicron matchup. So, who to get the track? Let's just start off easy and just use Stairwolf Media. And let's get into episode 2. BlazBlue is overdue for another matchup, and we all know it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is one of my favorite Arxis fighting game series, but still. I have 2 BlazBlue matchups in this dream season of mine because I don't want to. I'm going off by my rule 2 to 3. Yeah, so this is gonna be my first BlazBlue matchup for one of my favorite characters. Oh hey look, an Akuma matchup, not surprising. Look, it's Akuma versus Susanoo from BlazBlue. Because I was going to put Akuma versus Garo or Akuma versus Rail here, but Akuma versus Garo is just stupid to me as a matchup. Due to the later buffs, Garo gets in the series of One Punch Man. And Rail, I'm saving that fight for something else later if I do another Death Battle video. Yeah, so stick around. For the connections, 2 warriors who are known for being very, very dangerous and could like easily one-tap you or something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something. So, as of who wins, I think Susanoo wins. Because BlazBlue Universe or something like that? I don't know. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not this much good at power scaling, so yeah, I'll just say Susanoo might win. That's if somebody can prove me wrong in the comments. As of who will do the track, I'm gonna say Thera with Media again because the only reason I put this fight here because Must Die 1,000 Deaths just slaps. So, onward to episode 3. Okay, episode 3. We've made it to episode 3. Cartoon matchups are a thing. People love those. So do people love animated movie matchups. As you're not reading between the lines of what I'm saying, you already know what I'm picking for episode 3.
And you're leaving for Australia and all, but... Okay, here is the question.
Dare challenge Megamind!
This town isn't big enough for 2 supervillains.
Oh, you're a villain, all right. Just not a super one.
Yeah? What's the difference?
Presentation!
And you people thought I would not give this matchup a chance. I actually would. Megamind's one of my favorite animated villains of all time. So here's Gru vs. Megamind for my episode 3. For the connections that you already don't know, 2 animated villains who were once evil that has switched to good because of somebody they met. Roxanne Ritchie to Megamind with Lucy and the girls for Gru. As of who wins, I'm rooting for Megamind, of course. He has to win this. If not, I might feel some type of way, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. But yeah. That's how the fight would start. Have one mistaken one for a villain and are trying to convince the other that they have changed and they're actually a good guy, leading to the fight to start with them pulling out their various gadgets. Now I would love to see a fight between in one half the minions versus the little robots Megamind has. I would love that little minion fight throughout the half. As for the death, just have one pay respects to the other like how y'all did with Magneto vs. Tetsuo and Jonathan vs. Tanjiro. So yeah, this could check out. Episode 4 and we're on the way. We're here with episode 4. Yay! I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I know other people like Yu-Gi-Oh! So I ain't got that much to say. Here's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Matchup.
Let's find out how to take these Dark Signers out together.
Take our closer. Man, I just can't imagine what type of girl Yusuke's into.
My preferred type of woman. I have none.
You what? Then... wait. Yusuke, are you?
Enough of your preposterous prying.
Yay, I found a decent 5Ds matchup that wasn't stupid or stomp. And I finally also found an Akiza matchup that I actually like, cause half of my soul were stupid. I'm gonna be honest. Who would have thought Akiza versus Colin from Code Geass was a good idea? I mean, yeah, I'm finna use her, but it's gonna be for a later matchup, cause that was stupid. Anyway, here's Yusuke versus Akiza. For the connections, from what I've heard and from what I just found out, they both looked up to a certain someone who had some type of skeleton in their closet, and they had friends help them overcome that said trauma. Yusei to Akiza with the Phantom Thieves with Yusuke. As of who wins, I'm gonna say Yusuke. Cause, yeah, Persona stuff. As the fight would start, just have Akiza use the Black Rose Dragon, finishing up a duel. And it's one of the Phantom Thieves as Yusuke makes a mistake and bumps Joker out the way and takes the hit. Akiza goes over to see what's wrong with him as Yusuke jumps up and is like, I need to use you for a painting, with Akiza thinking he's a creep as the fight will start from there. And who to get the tracker force? I'm gonna bring Brandon Yates on for this season for this fight. Persona and Yu-Gi-Oh! Music together would sound interesting now. And let's get to episode 5. Okay, I've done the cartoon, I've done an anime, I've done JRPG. Now it's time to do an actual video game now. So what video game matchup am I going with? Well, I do like Gunvolt. I like Mega Man. So...
Electric attacks aren't very effective.
This lightning! No way! You're an adept?
See you later, Mom.
I know.
I couldn't believe it either, but he wanted to go to school today.
Yeah, all the other Mega Man matchups I found like the other Mega Men are stupid. And so was Gunvolt's matchups, like they put him against Beck from Mighty Number 9. The one game we do not talk about. And Geostellar had Yuma Tsukumo from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. As much as I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck Zexal! But anyway, Geostellar Mega Man vs. Gunvolt. Connections. From what I've seen, they both had a tragic loss and they have like a duo partner. Omega with Geo, and I forgot the name of the Gunvolt's companion, but I will put it up on screen once I find the name. As of who wins, yeah, I don't understand this matchup that much. This is a stomp for Gunvolt because Geo's gonna kill him. So yeah, to who to get the track? Brandon Yates, because Starstruck Gunner is the vocal version. It slaps. So yeah, here we have with the next episode. Okay, we made it to episode 6 as of now. So I need a comic book matchup. And I ain't talking Marvel vs. DC. This is my own personal comic book matchup that I would actually like to see that some others have talked about. So here we go.
Let's ride.
Outworld, free of slaves. Over my dead body. Today is the day, skullfucker.
Now this is the matchup that should have happened instead of Ghost Rider vs. Lobo. Here we have Ghost Rider vs. Spawn, a comic book matchup that will actually like. For the connections, if you already didn't know, two people that were once human who has made a contract with a vengeful spirit and they end up becoming that vengeful spirit. And they prey on the bad who are trying to take hold of the weak. As of who wins, I say this to go either way. I like both characters, so this would be an interesting fight to see. And who to get the track? Beowulf Media. Because I feel like he'll do justice with Ghost Rider vs. Spawn. And we're onwards to episode 7. Okay, we're here on episode 7. Now, I was trying to think of like some other matchups. So, here's one I ran out of. If y'all hear me if I play this clip. And I feel like some of y'all are going to hate me for this.
A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Who are you talking to right now?
It's not personal, Sonny. It's strictly business.
This is a better Walter White matchup because I refuse to talk about Walter vs. White because that's a stupid matchup. But this is a good alter. We have Walter White versus Michael from The Godfather. For the connections, they both decide to join something and decide to take an evil path, as their excuse is it's all just for family. As for who wins, I want to say Michael, but I don't know how to scale Walter White without people trying to bring the memes into it. So if somebody can take me seriously with this, please let me know if Walter will win or Michael will win in the comments, because I don't want to bring any memes into this on that here and there, because Breaking Bad is a good show, but still, I will say Michael will win. But since I'm getting off track, I'll say this. How the fight start like this? Walter killed somebody from Michael's side of the Godfather family as he comes in to deal with it himself, since they plan to head on Walter because he's messing up their business. And have the fight start from there. And for the track name, and who to get to the track, I'll say Beowulf Media. And can we name the track Breaking Godfather? Or Godfather Bad? I don't know. One of them sounds good. I'm gonna say Breaking Godfather is better. Next episode. Okay, we made it this far to episode 8. So episode 8, I ain't got nothing spectacular because I will play a clip here, but I'll just say this. Anyone like cereal? Yeah, I was running on community matchup ideas, so here we have the cereal mascot battle royale. For connections, they're all mascots who like to give you cereal. As a who will win, I don't know. I guess my bets will be on the Trix Rabbit or like Captain Crunch or Tony the Tiger or something like that. I don't know how to spell cereal mascots. But how the fight start off like this? A kid is hungry, and it's like breakfast time, and if you're following, have like the different mascots come out of nowhere trying to offer the cereal, their respective cereals, and they start fighting and getting all hostile towards each other as they get out the house and start moving around the city using their various stuff from their trailers and commercials. Why did they say trailers? But I don't know. To get to the track, Fairwolf Media and Brandon Yates can collab. So, yeah. I ain't got much to say. Cereal Mascot Battle Royale. Yay. Okay, we've arrived at episode 9. So, what's gonna be my episode 9? Well, I know I already talked about this episode before, so I'll just replay the clip I already had from my last video. So, here we go.
And Goku, you and the government know what's coming. A war that will embroil the seas far and wide. That's why you're so afraid, though nothing you do will stop it. I've no interest in it myself.
Faith, it's the power that I was born with. And for the sake of argument, even if my ability is what you would call a grace, then this particular one must have chosen me of its own accord. And I don't blame it, as I am the most powerful and exalted one of them all.
Now this is one of the matchups I see from the Death Battle community that actually caught my interest that got in popularity. Whitebeard versus Escanor. You got people who have gotten my eye with this one, I will admit. Well, you already know the connections. Two burly, strong men in anime that are very, very powerful. With Escanor with his Lion Set of Pride, and Whitebeard with his Haki and his Devil Fruit. Please don't kill me in the comments because I forgot the name of Whitebeard's abilities. I'll put it on the screen. So, who do I think would win? I like both characters, but this is like saying, hey, pick your favorite child. And I'm just sitting there trying to think who will win and say who's my favorite. But I will say this, whoever loses this fight, just do like a Magneto versus Tetsuo or a Storm versus Korra type beat, and have one pay respects to the other. That's all I ask for. Next matchup. We have reached a bonus episode. It's about time. And what am I picking for the bonus episode? I'm gonna just do like I did with Whitebeard versus Escanor, already show off another matchup I already talked about. So, Pass J, take it away from me.
You just got coconut mauled by Maka Albarn!
All of the adrenaline for all my life.
Oh, your weapon
Stripped
looks
away
so
from me.
cool! Can I take a look at it?
Do that later. Just get away.
If I would not have mentioned this matchup in this video, I would have been mad at myself for even trying to make in this video. And here we have Ruby versus Maka, one of the biggest Ruby matchups I've seen that actually makes sense. Well, to me. And what are the connections, you might ask? Anime girls with big scythes. Who does not want to see that happen? It's amazing. As for who wins, we all know how much broken the Soul Universe can be at times. So, yeah, I'm going to give this one to Maka, and it's not because of bias. I do love Ruby, but I fell off with the later volumes and after the creator passed away, so... yeah, I ain't like a Ruby fan no more that much, so... yeah, here's... yeah, we're at the halftime now of the season. After the bonus episode, I did say I was going to show some Death Battle X's, and since I don't feel like wasting my voice, just enjoy this combo video I found on Noel Vermillion where I just put on some random music in the background while you just see the Death Battle X's on the screen. Sound good? Yeah, good. Well, I'll be back in 5. We're back with episode 10, and I'm sorry half of those Death Battle X's I something was sounding very, very stupid, but yeah, something like that. As for episode 10, here's another matchup I already talked about, so I'm gonna just put the audio and the recording here.
My bro is dead. He's gone. But he's right there on my back and here in my heart. He lives on as a part of me. If you're gonna dig to the heavens. No matter what's in my way, I won't stop. Once I've dug through, it means that I've won.
There must be someone better suited for the job.
Kyle Rayner versus Simone the Digger. This is one of the matchups I see that I want to have. Because it's literally just based off willpower, and that has to be one of my favorite abilities when it comes to fiction. And I'm not the only one who wants to see this fight, because I have seen people in the community like hype this fight up and get anyone to know about this fight. Like I said, the connections, they both have willpower, and this will be a good versus non-DC versus death battle in my opinion. Just imagine the sheer amount of craziness that could go hard with these two duking it out. Just imagine that. How do you see why people want this matchup and I want it too? As of who wins, I want to say Simone, but I gotta say it's Green Lantern, so I don't know that much about Green Lantern. Only know a little bit of the Green Lanterns for real. It's like Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan, and Kyle Rayner, as you see him on the photo right here. So I would say, that's why I said I would say Simone, but yeah, Kyle. Next matchup. Hey, episode 11 is here. This is pretty cool. I've gone this far. And speaking of Persona, I have another Persona matchup though, so it's more related to one of the antagonists this time around.
Damn brats! Shut up and let me finish you off!
But I reside in Northeast Morio's Villa District. Also, I've yet to marry. In order to make a living, I work for Kameo Department Stores.
Now this is one of the preferred Persona 4 matchups I'm waiting to see happen for Season 10. Kira Yoshikage versus Taru Adachi. For the connections, if you haven't played Persona 4 or watched JoJo's Part 4, two average guys who have the same average jobs. Kira working at the supermarket, while Adachi is a police officer. But deep under their facade, they are menaces to society, with their collective powers. Kira having Killer Queen, while Adachi has Izanagi. As a who wins, I have no idea, man. This could go either way, and I'll be happy with it, because like I said with JoJo vs. Giorno, I love both of these series. So this is my preferred matchup. I would love to see it. As how the fight would start, have like it take place in Moro, where like the police force Adachi works for is trying to solve the case of like the missing women. And also Kira feels some type of way that there's another murderer going around as well, throwing out the women into the TV. As they find each other out, as the same way how old dude found out Kira, they could fight from there. Because like I said, who will win? It all depends. And who to get the track? Randy Yates. A fool or a killer just slaps as a song. And if this happens for Season 10, I will be happy. And this is why I'm putting this in my dream season. Here we go with the next episode. I've made it to episode 12. I don't know how long this video is by the time this drops, but here's another matchup I already talked about that I'm going to drop in here because I feel like talking about it again, but not really. So, Paz J, take it away again.
To concentrate when that little bitch won't shut up!
アンナはアンナだろ。遅れてすまん。ただいま、アンナ。
And this is a fight that is personal to me because I used to love both of these shows at a time when they were still running. So here we have Yusuke Urameshi versus Yo Asakura, Yu Yu Hakusho versus Shaman. The connections, they're two teenage boys who have something to do with spirits and manipulate and manifest spirits. Yusuke fighting demons and using spirit energy and being a spirit detective, with Yo being a shaman and wanting to become the Shaman King. As of who wins, I want to say Yusuke, but I feel like Yo might have this in the bag because I don't want to show any bias. And plus, I know Brandon Higgs did like a fan-made commission track and somebody commissioned it. And the vocal version, it slaps. I did not expect that song to get a vocal version, so this makes me more hyped to see if this fight gets like a death battle one day. Because if this does, you're gonna see the biggest reaction from me. And possibly a reaction video. I don't know about that one. That's if this becomes a fight. So, here's the next couple matchups I have. Episode 13 is here. Remember how I said I had another BlazBlue matchup? You see, I was going to say Aigis versus Noel or Makoto versus Makoto here. But I forgot the rule. I can only have like 2 to 3 series, so I found an ulterior matchup for one of the BlazBlue characters.
Just make sure you and I never see each other again. We're through talking after tonight. Next time, you can bet we'll have it out.
So, I'm gonna just say this real quick. Noel's other BlazBlue matchups were stupid. Really? Vasta Stampede? Mila Maxwell from the Tales series? Really, people? We couldn't come up with other creative matchups besides Aigis? Emily just went with this one just to be safe. So, here's Noel versus Mamie Tomoe. For the connections, you can literally just tell and look at it. They're both blonde girls with guns. And they have, like, other guns to use. As a who wins, take a wild guess. It's the blonde one with the gun. And I'll just, like, leave it up so before somebody thinks I'm trying to be a smartass in the comments. Yeah. The blonde one wins. Who to get to the track, Fair Wolf and Brandon are gonna collab again. So, yeah. Next episode. Okay. We're on the next episode right here. So, remember how I said I was saving Colin from Code Geass for like a later matchup? Well, here she is now. You happy?
You're already wearing a mask, right?
You really are a riot, you know that? You ought to be on television.
I better call it matchup. Praise the versus gods, I found one. Colin versus Ange from Cross Ange. What are the connections? I don't know. Just think about it. Anime girls that pilot mechs. As of who wins, from what I've seen with this fight, people debating about it, Colin wins hands down. So, that's something. As to who to get the track, Brandon Yates. Just call it like Black Ange or like Cross Geass or something like that. One of them sounds better. But we're down to the last 2 episodes, so here goes. We've made it to episode 15. The last 2 episodes of the Dream season. So, my pick for this fight. Final Fantasy and Xenoblade, anybody?
I've been looking for you. So this is where you were. Shulk.
You want me to apologize? Are you saying Sarah wouldn't have wanted me to save Snow from that hell? You told me to do it in the first place.
We have another good matchup on our hands that I like. Shulk versus Lightning. Xenoblade versus Final Fantasy. For the connections, they're both god-slaying JRPG protagonists who are fighting for a better fate of the future, and they have been in their fair share of crossover games. Shulk with Smash, while Lightning has appeared in The City. As of who wins? I'm rooting for Shulk, but my money will be on either Lightning or Shulk as well, because I love both as protagonists. So I feel like this fight could go either way, but it could only come down to one victor. But as how the fight would start, have Shulk mistaken Lightning for like somebody else, an enemy on the enemy side, because I don't know Xenoblade that much. I only know like the basis. Is having Shulk mistaken Lightning for like somebody from a common side who's trying to get the Monado power as they start to duke it out. And since I said Shulk might win due to the future like stuff, yeah, Shulk might win. Maybe. Now, we're on the final episode, and let's do this. We have made it to the season finale of My Dream Season. We had so many great matchups that I've mentioned. Colin versus Ainge, Lightning versus Shulk, Kira versus Adachi. We even had some questionable ones, like Noelle versus Mammy. I'm still on that. Like, we all know Noelle would stomp. But it all comes down to this. What's going to be my final for our dream season? This time around, I'm going to just let this be the final episode. And this will weigh out the season. So, take a look.
I need someone. I won't stop till I find the one who will stop the longing in my life. I need someone. I won't stop till I find the one who will stop the longing in my life.
Oh wow, another Air Gear matchup. How so surprising from me. Since I talked about Iki versus Suna in the last one. Well, I was going to talk about this one again until one of my friends reminded me we talked about this matchup before. So, we have Ringo versus Lena Lee. Connections, I'll throw them up on screen because my voice is I'm getting a little tired. And my throat is low-key starting to hurt, so I'm trying to wrap this up as quick as I can. As who will win? I got my money on Ringo. I'm sorry. I love D. Grayman and all, but I might say Ringo. Maybe. Maybe. So how the fight would start? I'm taking this idea from what I saw in the Air Gear OVA. I have like Alan trying to investigate something going around, like an Akuma maybe. As Ringo does like a little attack, knocking him out, like how she did Simka. As Lena Lee floats up to her, questions her, as then they start fighting from there. Yeah, something like that. As who to get to the track? Have Brandon Yates get one of his buddies and do a vocal check for this, and we're good. And that's basically it. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. You're a top G. So, this is my one thing for you. If you like me doing this type of stuff, subscribe. I might do more of these here and there. If I can. So, my next video might not be a death battle video. It's going to be like me making my own dream roster for a Shonen Jump versus Capcom or Sega type game. Whichever company I might land on first, depending on the post that you guys might get. Anyway, I'm going to go lay down now. I took 2 days to edit this video. I'm tired. This might be my longest video. This has been Jay Sama. Peace out, or don't do anything weird to your cat.
You in the lane you came with. Me and you ain't on the same shit. You ain't in my lane, bitch. Nah, throw that shit in fifth. Rollie on my wrist. Ay, baby, you a star. I'm my only wish.
Now y'all look money hungry, and that's good. Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't fucking have it. They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face. Ear to ear, baby.
It's a new day. I've been counting out the blue.